Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Go Comics, Qua, and Nestor Flores. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it would really help us out. Thanks for your support, everybody.
Thank you.
And hello everyone. Welcome back to Let's Talk FGO. I Omega, that's Lucky, and we are the reruns! 1, 2, 3, 4! And then I could insert some kind of mouth singing noises for music, but I don't want to. Mostly because I have no idea what I would do. Anyway, hi, we're Let's Talk FGO. Lucky, you can do the thing now.
Everyone, I hope you are all enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka it's head petting time. And while we here at Studio Omega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EN versions of the game. So anyone not wanting spoilers, just go destroy their room with furniture.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably why Lucky sounds very soft right there. Though, honestly, I think, because I've altered my mic configuration, so I'm a little farther back, I think our sound levels are about the same, so hopefully we're not at least weirdly out of sync.
I hope not. I don't know, I'll try to speak up a little bit louder, but as I just mentioned, my room got destroyed earlier because I was trying to move a box spring, and I've just spent several hours in various aches of pains trying to put some sort of sense back into my room. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, alright, we gotta record, so I'll put this on pause. I'm a very sad boy. I literally knocked over a shelf with all my figures on it, and they clattered to the ground. And some of them I think are broken. I am not a happy boy right now. I need some super glue. Stat.
Alright. Yes, it's a shame, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So, let's see. I think we're moving along in a regular clip. We can just clear out some of our usual segments real quick first, because it's interesting. We delayed the show to have a little bit more news, and we do. We have slightly more focus to this episode, but we are still pretty skinny because it's a pretty light week.
Yes, it is.
But real quick, let's check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mesh.
Senpai! Senpai! 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. It's time for Wake the Fuck Up, Senpai, which I can still say because we're 2 minutes into the episode. Your regular segment for Protips. Today is short, but on point. There's actually a story behind why this one is in the notes. But here's a fun fact I'm blasting out to all of you, which you may not know. Mm-hmm. NP Seal stops enemies from charging that turn, in case you did not know that. As I think a couple of our community members who have been playing the game a long time suddenly realized last week sometime, and I was like, alright, let's go in the show notes. Not to belittle them or anything, but just, they didn't realize. Then we should put that in show notes, because that means other people might not have realized.
I didn't know.
Well, it's not like it advertises it, right? It just says no. NP Seal. And obviously it doesn't affect you, because you don't charge NP that way.
Nope.
But yeah, that's
actually, I don't know. Can you gain NP while under NP Seal?
I'm pretty sure you can. I've never looked close enough, but I feel like I would realize that. That said, I almost always feel like enemies only NP Seal me after I have my NP. And it's really annoying.
Same. Oh, yeah.
But I think you do still charge, because I'm sure it's happened sometime.
Yeah.
Somebody can
chime in. I definitely know that feeling. It's like, alright, I finally got my Noble Phantasm. Just gotta wait till next turn, and it's sealed. We're gonna just continue this faffing about. Thanks, enemy.
Or those dumb ghosts they steal your NP charge. All kinds of annoying stuff. Oh, and yeah, we should go ahead and say that up the front, because we're probably going to be talking about it. We did, in fact, decide to do a public episode today where anybody can listen in on Discord. I wasn't sure if we were going to do that, but Lucky was said, let's do it. So I was like, all right, it's your fault.
It is my fault, because I need more company. I need people.
That's why there's no lead up to this. Usually we try to give people a little more alarm, but I wasn't sure if we were doing it. But we're doing it, so here it is. Technically, this would be to celebrate our crossing our 1,500 subs mark. We talked about it a lot last week on What's Up. Not on this week's What's Up, which is already out because of the aforementioned flip-floppery, which is a great word I like to say. Good old flip-floppery. I may have made it up. Who knows? I'm a writer. I can make up words. And actually, we are at 1,562 subscribers.
We're getting up there.
Yeah, we get big infusions from sometimes that the video did. Hell, I haven't looked at it in a while because it was still creeping up, but it slowed down a lot. What's the video with voice doing it? Let's see.
It's still at 4,000.
Yeah, it cleared 4,000 last I checked, but I don't know if it's done anything significant since I last looked. Hey, can you tell that we're faffing about? Okay, so it's still growing, but it's not growing as fast as it used to. We're at 4,200 views now. And 69 comments. All right. Nobody commented on that video.
Thing? Since we mentioned voice, you want to talk about the thing?
I don't know if we should telegraph that. That theoretically could be secretive. I don't know.
It's not. There are secrets.
We're talking with voice about stuff. That's not new.
Yeah.
And actually, as much as we've talked about new stuff, we should also talk to him about doing the Gil sequel, too. Because supposedly he has more time to focus on this, but we'll see. I also know that he's been tweeting, much like your room getting destroyed, he was talking about how Rini's computer died, so they had to salvage a bunch of her drawings, because otherwise he'd be in trouble for future videos.
Oh no.
I think they managed to get, like, her hard drive salvaged, so it's not as huge of a deal as it could have been, but still. Tech problems fucks up a lot of stuff in our industry, more than you might expect.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's why it's important to support creators and keep them funded and happy so that when their computers horribly eat themselves or other various and sundry difficulties occur, they can, do something about it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, do we have any more intro-y type stuff we want to talk about? Because we did all our intros, we did the pro tip. We don't have anything for records or Not All the World's Evil. Hey, guess what? It's been a light week for us.
Very boring. Very uneventful. So, no, let's just go straight into telegrams.
Okay. Do we want to alternate here, or what?
I can talk for a while. I feel like talking.
Okay, go for it. Take some stuff.
So, first couple things are over here in North America, where we have the FGO USA Tour date details. Basically, they're taking a giant exhibit, and they're going around to several cons around the U.S., so we have the California Market Center in Los Angeles in February.
Yeah, that's the kickoff date. I don't know if that's tied to an actual convention, but that's like the formal opening event.
Yeah, it's that. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big deal. But also there's the Anime Central in May, which is a convention, Anime Expo in July, Anime Week in Atlanta in October, November, and Anime NYC in November.
And if you are not sure where some of those are, you can Google them. Obviously, the ones that say Atlanta and NYC, you can tell where they are.
Yeah. So my biggest, so this is cool. Cool. It's like, get out there, get publicity, get marketing. But here's a question I want to ask Albert if I ever get the chance. Why the fuck, how did they decide these locations?
Well, I'm pretty sure the kickoff and AX is because isn't Aniplex's office in LA?
It's close.
Or somewhere about there.
I don't think
so
it's in LA.
It makes sense for that to be their quote unquote home city where they start. And AX was a big deal. By the way, just to spoil it, the dates for Anime Expo are in July early July once again. We're especially now that the tour is going there, we are definitely delaying our second anniversary stuff until that date. Just heads up, guys.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised.
But, there's it's only, 5 locations. This is going from February to November. So, it's, several months. But, I can kind of understand because, I know at least for the, Los Angeles, they're actually having special guests, Kana Ueda,
yes.
Voice of Ren, and all that good stuff. I can't remember his name. Fucking Spartacus, Gilda Reyes, Arash. His voice actor is amazing.
I will double check his full name real quick.
Who else did they have? They also had someone else.
I think it's Shiokawa, good old Salt River.
Good old Salt River.
Who is...
So, who knows, maybe these are
still the FGO Global Director, I think? I don't know. I don't remember what his job title is these days, but he's a big deal with FGO right now.
Yeah, so maybe if they're, trying to get these people to go to, every tour location, yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. But there's been some people who have been theorizing that the big one is just going to be the kickoff point, and then the other ones are going to be, something that's a little bit less... What's the order?
Well, so they've only guaranteed what's at the first exhibit, I think. Also, by the way, the VA you're thinking of is Tsuruoka Satoshi? I believe, right? Is that the right guy, or is that a different guy? No, it's right, because he's... I can't remember. He plays, a lot of weird guys, and I can never double-check remember who it is. I might be thinking of the wrong guy, because that's Caligula. No, it is him. Okay. He is literally all those crazy people, and then also Arash. That's right. Caligula, Spartacus, Gilda Reyes, Arash. But yeah, so I personally I feel like I'm expecting like the long lag.
Voices in here.
Oh yeah, voice.
Fuck
We
voice.
just started. We were like, well, debatably. Also, Axe, you're wrong. The recording is just past 11 minutes, but not a lot of that mattered. So maybe 5 minutes of actual content.
Yeah,
It's okay.
this is a bare bone show.
Well, we'll see. We're making a lot of fluff of it. We are already 10 minutes in somehow.
Booyah!
And we're only on the first news item. But yeah, what I was going to say is
but
I don't think we know if we've confirmed for sure what's at them, but that said, if you're doing a whole tour with only 4 locations plus your kickoff and plenty of time difference between most of them, you can probably, pack all this exhibit shit up and send it on to the next convention in plenty of time. So...
Yeah, no, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little upset because they're not coming up to Seattle.
Yeah, the tour stuff isn't. I bet
Like,
they'll be there, but...
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be there. I mean, like last year there was like a big marketing campaign. It wasn't as big as AX's marketing campaign.
Was that around the April time when I think that was around the time when Gudako took over their Twitter and was wandering around that convention.
Yeah,
That's right. So that was a big social media push for them.
Yeah, no, it's like they did a bunch of marketing and stuff for SakuraCon. It wasn't as much marketing as they did for AX, because AX had like buses and billboards and shit.
Oh yeah, no.
But what they had at SakuraCon is basically they had like giant banners all over the convention center about it. So, you know, it was kind of like their first step into major marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still got the fucking lanyard. They fronted like lanyards because you know how the con badges, you know, lanyards. Like everyone got a fucking FGO lanyard. So
also, I agree with you, Zero. There's nothing near me either.
Yeah, but like I said, it's only like 4 locations. I'm like either these have got to be like really big, and they're trying to get like the VAs out every time.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're going to have the same VAs, but I feel like they're probably going to do panels with VAs at every location, which is probably part of the reason why it's so few and with plenty of time spread, because these people are flying from Japan. That's a whole deal.
Yeah. It's like, from what I understand, like, as I say, because like VAs, they're busy people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just they are fucking busy people. And let's not even talk about Chiyokawa. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
having actual FGO staffers from Japan who are probably very busy making the game. Let's see. So
yeah. But as I said, so again, it's one of those things I can understand it, but I'm like, God, I wish they came here.
Yeah. So at the moment, they've only announced, I think, the first one, the kickoff event, which is it's going to be on a Sunday, and then they got a pre-show night. So the pre-show, all the exhibits and everything will close at a prompt time, basically. So pre-show, you can show up, you can check out some of the exhibits and the displays and the merch, but they have a sharp closing time. And then Sunday, they're open all day.
Yeah, Voices and Corn says he is very lucky that they are coming to New York City. Yes, he is a lucky bastard. God damn you.
Well, also, Voice, since you're in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you get your panel at AX approved again, or was that a different convention? Since I know you tweeted about that. He's busy typing. Okay, so he's saying that Shiokawa is no longer creative director of FGO. But I think that he... Yeah. Okay, so you've got a new panel at AB. Okay. Boston, that's right. It's a different one. I don't remember.
A little bit closer. Yeah, but as I said, like,
what I was
these
saying
4
was
locations...
I think Shiokawa got moved to be, like, head of FGO Global Project or something. Like, he's still in a position of, like, overall direction over the project. He's just not directly coordinating part 2.
I will say, though, they did spread out these locations, like, real good. Yeah,
so the map is LA, and then it's in Illinois, specifically it's in Chicago. Or, well, technically it says the Regency O'Hare is in, the convention center's in Rosemont, but it's right up there. Anime Weekend Atlanta's in Atlanta, obviously, which is a huge city and airplane hub. And then, hey, guess where Anime NYC is?
Yeah, so, like, I could make the effort because, it's, they're spread out, but, like, honestly, I would, like, consider, like, most of these, like, they are doable at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, travel's, like, kind of, like, scary to some people. They don't like going half hour, but, like, trust me, like, when I went to go see the fucking, Heaven's Feel movie, I drove, like, 4 hours one way to go see a 2-hour movie, and then drove 4 hours back.
It's a day
and
trip.
that was, like, Yeah, it's a day trip. Like if I wanted to like put in a little bit of effort, or like maybe get like a quick plane ride or take a train. Yeah, like I think like it's doable. It's like if you take a train, you do a little bit like a plan, and yeah, most people should be able to like do one of these things like somehow.
And so specifically, the playbill is the pre-show night. There's a celebration event where Satoshi and Albert will be there on the 23rd. The actual I don't know, a tour panel, and then the next day, it's all Kaneda and Albert Cow, and one of the panels is about the Babylon anime, so that's probably why she's coming to this one. But it's funny if you look at the actual event list. It's anime special panel, Kana Ueda special panel, and then FGO special panel where Kana Ueda and Albert will be joined by Shiokawa for that last one.
I can't think like
also. God damn it, Albert! You got a long day, son.
Yeah,
he's on the panel the day before at 8 p.m. at night, and then he's got to be at he's on panel all afternoon on the 24th. The poor boy.
Yeah, I can't think. I think this is the first time Kana Ueda has come to like an FGO panel.
Yes, in the U.S. anyway.
Like here in the U.S. Yeah, in the U.S.
So that's cool, and it's good that they're spreading out.
Yeah,
and also she's very relevant because she's gonna be in the Babylonian anime.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I don't know. She might have been. I'd have to double check who was on the guest list because there were some events that were in like Southeast Asia that were technically for our server, which we even got quartz for.
Oh yeah.
That some of the voice actors have been to, but yeah, this is the actual first time in the U.S. I think. And then they talk about the contents, which is I think what people are very interested in is to see if they're actually being pulled in. So there's going to be Fate Grand Order 1 Memorial Monument, which they don't say what it is, but based on the discussion and what people have done in the past to celebrate Part 1, we're pretty sure it's the Throne of Solomon.
I hope so.
And everybody do remember, if you are going to this event, please bring flowers and leave them at the altar.
And cake.
You know, be nice, be respectful. There's also going to be a Noble Phantasm display area where they display some props. There's a memorial message wall, so you can draw or write on the wall, and I'm presuming they're going to take that with you because it says it'll forever be a part of the tour, so I'm sure that the wall will move. There's going to be a photo op area. They're going to be showing off the VR experience. Also, hey, this is pretty funny. The VR experience attendees must be 14 years or older to participate. There's going to be a play zone for Fate Grand Order Duel, and then they've got some interesting stages. They're going to have a cosplay stage. They're going to have a Kigurumi. So you can say hi to the Learning with Manga characters. So, by the way, yes, also, Gudako and friends will be at the event. Fear. Hopefully they won't have duct taped a rule breaker to her arm. This time. We'll see. Then they have something called a Challenge Quest Battle Zone. You can challenge in-game quests alongside other masters. I don't know what they're going to do there. Maybe they'll have, like, pre-made accounts or something. We'll see. It sounds fun. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to magically grow the funding to take a plane ride and stay at a hotel through a couple nights for some of these other events and also, like, conventions and whatnot. So I'm probably going to miss out. Maybe they'll do another tour next year, and they'll be somewhere closer to me.
Yeah, my goal is to get to SoccerCon this year, so that's what I'm going to do. I gotta raid the merch stores, gotta raid the vendor hall, gotta get fresh geeks.
But yeah, it's fun, and I'm glad that they're doing this kind of thing, that they have set up a system where they're bringing major attractions, and they are spreading them out pretty decently. Like, theoretically, if you have access to money and free time, you could probably get to most of these no matter what section of the world you live in. It's just, it can be a bit of a ways.
Do you have the money and free time?
Yeah.
Heck.
But yeah, seems fun.
Yeah, it seems fun. Also, something interesting that they're doing is North America is doing an illustration contest. Basically asking people to art what they think a barbecue at Chaldea would look like. 3 winners will receive a $100 iTunes or Google Play gift card. And apparently they said this artwork will be used for the FGO US Tour kickoff in LA.
Yeah, because you've noted here that the contest will be over midnight February 6th, so, and obviously the next news doesn't start for a couple days. Start in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but
cool.
It's super cool. You know, it's you get people to wax creatively.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I am super slow with my art, so I'm not I'm not.
Deadlines aren't your thing?
I'm gonna check. The what?
I said deadlines aren't your thing?
No.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like super embarrassed about my art. Like, I don't like people saying it. Like, no, don't look at it. No! It's horrible.
Give us to $10,000 on Patreon. Lucky will do art streams. We'll shackle him to the chair, and he can't leave until he streams art.
No.
Not even for $10,000 a month? By the way,
God.
I am still kidding, though. That would be unsafe working conditions. I can't subject Lucky to that. Everybody's yelling, do it, but are you giving me... Are you gonna pay me? No. Anyway.
But, so, yeah, that's really cool. I like it, you know, because, like, FGO art is fucking huge. Like, my Twitter is awash in it.
Yeah, I try not to do that too much from the official Twitter, for instance, because I feel weird about associating that as with, like, our quote-unquote business account. But if you go to my personal Twitter, it's, like, 90% art retweets.
Yeah, let's see here. My Twitter. Let's see what I've got here. It's Mordred Butt, Mash Butt, Maid Robot, Cute GIFs, Butts and Boobs. All FGO. Yeah, good job, me.
Okay, so mine's actually broken up because apparently I haven't been retweeting a lot in the past couple days. There are some art there, but there's also lots of stuff from, like, that we're going to talk about later. And then there's a lot of official announcements from Gacha games I like to retweet. Speaking of robot mains, I have that Roomba thing you retweeted that I also retweeted.
Yeah, no, that's the robot maid I was talking about. I'm ready for the transhuman future.
So actually, you know, my Twitter right now is a lot cleaner than I thought it would be, but okay. Yeah, so that's illustration.
Well, let's switch over to JP news. WinterFes Traveling Circus Banner 2 running 118 to 2-1. Rate up on SSR Ivan and SR Queen of Sheba. There was a stream on the 19th. Wild speculation happened. Wild speculation was confirmed. And there was also a JP quality of life update.
Yeah, you guys listed all the stuff, but then I immediately forgot it, and I didn't want to go searching for it. It was nothing big, just lots of little stuff. Like, they updated the display to now show the 5-star EXPs. There's some other EXP-related stuff that I don't remember. Whatever, I'm sure it's super convenient.
Yeah, I remember one of them was that when you select Embers now, there's, like, now a thing that'll show you how much you should level up your servant or whatever.
Oh, that was like, now I think it shows you the EXP progress bar when selecting Embers. That's right.
Yeah. That one was like, I was excited for. I'm like, yes!
Which is, I don't know about you. I think is purely just graphical, because you can still obviously look at the numbers.
Yeah, but I know, but, like, it means you don't have to go back and keep selecting Embers if you're trying to, like, because I don't know about you, but I always try to get the amount so that if I get the super suck, I'm not going to be wasting EXP. So I always try to, like, cut the number.
Like, that's what I say, though. You can see the numbers of, like, how much EXP you're going to gain and then EXP to next level. Though I guess if they use the actual level up bar, you can double check how much, like, overcharge you're going to get, which is going to be neat.
Yeah, because instead of it just saying, all right, you're going to level up from 24 to, like, 28, now you can see, all right, now this much will get me to 25, this much will get me to 26, this much will get me to 27, and this much will get me to 28. So, you know, it's more just fiddly bits under the hood. It's not something that I don't think was needed, but I'm not going to say no to it.
Yeah, fair.
And
that's how quality of life should be. Some people in our community are kind of weird about quality of life and talking about how it's not necessary, and that confuses me because no updates have been quote unquote necessary to this game, but that doesn't mean they're not cool and good.
Yeah,
I mean that's just a philosophy that seems weird to me.
Yeah, like technically we didn't need a back button. It's just something that made the game a lot more convenient. Mm-hmm. If you say you did, it's like, well, then you should just be better with fucking making your choices, huh? Teach you a lesson. But no, we got the back button. Everyone's all like, oh no, this is actually really good. Fuck yeah.
Lots of other fun stuff. Also note, we don't want to imply that we have the back button yet in any. But a back button does exist. NP skip will never exist. Don't ask for it. That's a meme.
Again, I say this. People put a lot of work and effort into those Noble Phantasms. Appreciate them.
That was from some Final Fantasy game that I don't remember, but they had a really snarky tooltip about using the skip button, which was like, and skip the hours of work and thousands of dollars that some animator poured into.
Oh wait, hang on.
Making these animations.
I'm gonna read it because I found it.
Oh, cool.
Here. Let's see. Update history. If you want, we've given you the power to skip champion Mega Mirage animations with the O button, completely invalidating the work of dozens of artists with a single squeeze of your almighty indifferent thumb.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's been firmly established that JP feels about the same way about NP skip. Also, it's very important to remember that there's a lot of freaking math going on when you're doing NPs. They probably need the game to give it a little lag. So if you just NP skip, it's not going to be like, oh, hoop-de-doo, I'm going to jump instantly to the next thing and I can keep playing. No, you're going to have to deal with lag while the game calculates all that shit out anyway. Would you rather look at like a blank screen as just some numbers pop on screen as it figures out what the fuck is going on? Or
because like especially for like multi-hit Noble Phantasms or AoE Noble Phantasms, they have to calculate like every single individual hit and stuff. Who knows?
But alright, hey, speaking of stream.
Yeah. We watched that stream. JP stream stuff.
You watched the stream. I watched the live. I just watched the live translation, and I was also doing other stuff in the background because I love to multitask.
I was multitasking too, but I was also using this opportunity to work on my horrible Japanese. It's still horrible, by the way. But things we learned. One, Aoyuki is thirsty for Karna. Like one of the first segments they had, like once they introduced all the guests, and they had Aoyuki, which was amazing. I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the other two's fucking name. God damn it. I can't remember the MC's name either.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I would remember to say it right without looking at it, so I can go back and try and double check. That's not right.
It was. I know it was the VA for fucking Nitocris. It was the VA for Nitocris.
I mean, hopefully that lets everybody know. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I don't feel confident in remembering where all those vowels are placed to say it without looking at it.
Let me see here.
Fortunately, I always do the problem when my computer is not as smart as I am, and when I want to skip straight to the Grand Order Reddit.
Oh, there it is. Tanaka Minami.
Mm-hmm.
She was there, and I can't remember who the dude was. I can't remember what he voiced. Fuck.
Well, they're saying it in there. It's Kadok's VA, who's one of the Lost characters.
Oh, okay. But they had a little segment where they basically listed a top 3, and Aoyuki's was all about gushing about Karna. Like
it was Aoyuki's Karna's best features.
Yeah. Number 3, his neck and neck collar. Number 2, his eyes, and number 1, his waist and abs. I was like, yeah, that's some good shit.
Yeah, the translation specifically, everybody was like, oh, she's talking about his abs, but the translation specifically pointed out she was talking about his waist, and she mentioned how slim he was, which was... Yeah.
I just combine it too, abs, waist, whatever.
Navel area.
Yeah. Something that, they also did a bunch of news, like, for one, we didn't actually write it down, but they did announce, more news about the Babylonia anime.
Yeah.
Apparently they're going to be updating the official site here soon. I didn't actually remember to write down.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't announce anything really worth noting down. Just updates are coming. Here's some key visual art.
Yeah, the art looks good. As I said, after seeing Cloverworks do does Rascal Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, I'm definitely more on board with what they're going to bring to the table. Also talked about Extell Link, more DSC. Chibi models, which just look ridiculously and adorable. But something that looks even more fucking adorable is small Altera character, specifically known as Altera Larva.
Yep.
Not Lava Card.
Larva. Because
and it's great because
it's Space Bug.
Space Bug! And it's great because it's literally small Altera, but the sword of Mars is still the same fucking size. So she's literally dragging around this giant sword, and it's fucking cute. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, they explicitly pointed out the chibis are just basically costumes. They're slightly different models with goofier animations, but they're all fundamentally the same characters. Altera Larva is an actual DLC character. She has all new animations made specifically for her and new voice lines, which I am sure are adorable. And no, Axe, I'm pretty sure it's tiny Altera because Altera is tiny at the end of Extella.
Yeah.
It's
It's
literally the
actually
small
the-
Altera. They confirmed that regular Altera was still a playable character, but I don't know if she was in story. But this is now the tiny one is in it.
Yeah.
Everybody hoped for some kind of collab event where Altera Larva can be the welfare because she's adorable. She has
adorable.
a different NP.
Yeah, I think actually that's how like fucking Extella Link starts, is that small Altera goes missing, and you're
Something
all like,
that. I don't know.
where the
We'll
fuck-
know in a couple weeks, months, whatever. It's coming out in English soon.
Yeah, let's see. Do I have the?
But her, if I remember rightly, I think she calls her Noble Phantasm something
Fairy
goofily
Snow
adorable, like
Teardrop Ray.
Fairy Snow Photon Ray or something like that.
Yeah.
So she's got her own Noble Phantasm variant, which is cool.
Yeah. So like and as I said, like it's like a full on character, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It is super cool. Like I can't wait for this game to release in the US and for us to get all the goddamn DLC eventually.
Mm-hmm. Eventually. We'll get a season pass, we'll be fine.
Yeah. So Arcade is still going strong at Japan Expo with the special summoning. As I said, FGO, Da Vinci Chan Rider winning game. I need more smalls in my life.
Mm-hmm.
They talked more about the Heaven's Feel 2 CEs you can get, showing those off.
Yeah, they showed off like big versions of the art. I think you can order prints or posters or something.
Yeah.
They also talked about the system. It's the same thing they had for the last movie. If you go to physical places, you can get them. But luckily, we don't have to deal with that here because they're the CEs we're actually getting now. I think, did we cover the announcement that they're doing the Heaven's Feel 1 campaign is still coming back?
No, we didn't mention that, but we have mentioned that.
I mean, I'm trying to remember if we mentioned it before. We have definitely mentioned it in the past because they talked about it. By the way, this will come back every month for like 4 months.
Yeah.
So that's basically that system replaces what Japan did, which was add a GPS feature so you could go to a theater that was showing Heaven's Feel and pull it out, because America is huge and that doesn't work here because there weren't that many theaters showing Heaven's Feel versus FGO players.
Yeah. And so a lot of JP players only got maybe like 1, maybe 2. Got all of them if they were willing to travel.
And if you were a JP player who was not in JP, you were stone cold fucked.
Stone cold fucked. And us, no, just gotta wait. Make sure you log in. I think there's just like a small login window. I think that's like if you miss the login window. You have to specifically log in order, because I missed the one for December because I missed a day over my weekend. Not that it's a huge deal because they're just commemorative CEs of Sakura in different costumes for no reason. The second one are actually cooler because they're like FGO servants facing off with Heaven's Feel servants. Yeah, okay, so one of our commenters, Kairos Kamajo, has clarified it's a 10-day window, but you have to log in for 7 days straight to get the CE. So yeah, it's a very specific system. Yeah.
But it's a lot more forgiving than having to go to a physical location.
Yeah. But the big news of the fucking stream is Prisma Illya Re-Install confirmed, running from January 23rd to February 6th.
Hi, can I just say, once again, somebody pick up that fucking phone because I called it!
He did call it. I was expecting a new event. Omega was saying now it's going to be Prisma ReRun. But I got my fucking one in.
Oh yeah, you got yours in like right away.
Yeah. Because, as I've been telling people, fucking Miyu confirmed. But the thing that struck me...
I've been saying that the next rerun should be Prisma for a long time, and some people have fought me about that. But yeah, no, I was like, I think it should be Prisma rerun. Yeah, Dallas was like, I really hope it's the Prisma rerun because I just started JP and I don't want it to be an event where I have to clear something.
Yep, but SR Miyu is confirmed. So basically, they're doing what they've done for every collab rerun so far,
except Guda Guda. But Guda Guda is weird. No, Dallas started JP. Catch up, guys. Pay attention. No, so Guda Guda is a weird space because that's kind of got like a long wraparound like a collab, but it also has become its own series of events connected to FGO, kinda. So it's strange.
Yeah, but still, I would actually say no. This is like for like the TV collabs, like TV show collabs.
Yeah, for TV show collabs for sure.
Yeah, because with K&K they brought out the SR Fujino. For Fate Zero they brought out the SR Saber Diamond, and now with Prisma Illya, they brought out this SR Miyu. I'm a little surprised that they decided to bring Miyu down to SR, because I felt she could have easily also been an SSR caster. But if they're running her with, the rerun that already has the SSR cast at Illya, it kind of makes sense.
Also, there is, I think, a question of what, is she actually, in terms of, FGO role and capability, is she actually stronger than Illya's supposed to be? Because Illya's basically using her most powerful form and attack.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Depending on how you think about it, you could argue that Chloe should be stronger than Illya, but she's the welfare, so whatever. And she's really good, so it's cool she's free. Nobody complains.
Yeah. Among things, they have released a list of bond and XP ups for all the most of the servants.
If you don't have her max leveled already, if you're a new player, Chloe will get bonus EXP in this event, much like Samba Kets did during the new Christmas event.
Yep.
And everybody in the bonus servant list will get extra bond points. And they added 2 new people to this list, one of which was hilarious.
Yeah, so they added Miyu, and they added Caster Shuten.
If that's too much of a mouthful for you to say, you can just say Onikure, because that is also the joke. But yeah, they just slipped her in there in the back.
We're going with Magical Girl Shuten. I'm okay with this.
Which is pretty funny, because Shuten's not like a story boss, but she's like a node boss in there somewhere.
Yeah, but she's still one of the smallest. I'm kind of surprised they didn't add Abigail too.
I don't know if Abigail's a magical girl.
I don't know about Abigail's that. Voice, do you want to see Abigail as a magical girl?
Is Voice still listening? I don't know. He's still here.
He's still here. I'm gonna give him a couple seconds. He might be doing something. Whatever.
He can comment about it later.
Yeah. Nope. He has said yes.
Okay, there it is.
But yeah. Also, animation update for Illya. They don't look like they went too crazy with their updates.
No, they just cleaned it up, and I think they gave her a couple more references to the anime. Like her static buster card is now, she does like a berserker install and hits them with Herc's sword club thing.
Axe.
Also, yes, she shouts berserker, which is adorable.
Mm-hmm. I'm super happy for this, because eventually that means I'll be able to have, you can now finally have the entire trio from Prisma Illya, and I think that's amazing. I don't know. This probably means that we're probably not gonna get a Prisma Codes 2.
We could. I don't honestly because Prisma's the thing is though that Prisma's not done.
Yeah.
So but there might be more, because I think they're still doing more anime, aren't they?
I don't know. I know they came out with an OVA recently.
They did a movie, and I feel like they were gonna do another series of something to keep going, because there's still an ongoing story arc in the manga, as far as I know. Nobody said. I feel like somebody would have shouted that out on the internet, by the way, Prisma's done. So, everybody's saying that the manga's still ongoing.
I know, because honestly, with Case Files coming out, that's gonna be eventual collab. The Apocrypha collab was fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's they got a lot of stuff to work with. I don't know if they're actually gonna be concerning themselves with running additional collabs. I mean, they still got the CCC collab to rerun.
Yeah.
It's they got a lot of stuff to work with.
They got a lot of stuff to work through. We'll see. Lots of people are now scared of the CCC rerun, because they've developed a tendency to add new characters. What you should hope for is that you're lucky, and that the fact that both the Apocrypha collab and the the CCC collab already had 4 stars in their setup, and that the Apocrypha ones were both permanent, both the SSR and the SR, that they won't feel like they need to burden you with more stuff. But hey, who knows?
Yeah.
Everybody's super excited just about the CCC rerun, just to get BB.
Yeah.
Free mood cancer.
And honestly, they'll probably add more of the fucking Sakura 5, because why the fuck not?
Well, they're data mined. They're in there somewhere in the code. So it's just a matter of time. The question is will they just completely fuck your shit up? Who knows? Also, the obvious insert for Apocrypha would be Saber Astalfolk, because that is also data mined and has been for forever, as something that's lurking in the deep data
The deepest datas.
So we will see if that happens. And somebody I remember was asking me, like, why would they add Saber Astolfo to Apocrypha ReRun? And I'm like, I mean, they added Saber Deermud to it. Astolfo's from Apocrypha, guys, in case you forgot. So, like, it makes as much sense there as what they did with Deermud. They're not necessarily playing straight arrow on this stuff. Fujino wasn't involved in the K&K rerun at all, and may or may not make sense. I don't actually know. I guess she always makes sense as Pretzel urban legend persists.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, Voice, because you're talking about their design, is I'm pretty sure they'd be drawn like they'd be drawn by Wada Arco in this case, which would probably put them on a more similar design as opposed to being drawn by the whoever Foxtail's manga artist is.
Voice of St. Corns has also gone on to say that I think they're saving Saber Astolfo for Lost Belt 6. Call me crazy.
I will call him crazy. I don't know. I mean, okay, so Astolfo's a British prince, but I don't know if that's on theme. But because I'm pretty sure they're just gonna do Camelot 2, Electric Lost Beltaloo. But you never know.
Give me Assassin Artoria.
Yeah, no that. I want it. You mean MHX? Mysterious Heroine X?
No, like legit, like. Okay, so people give me shit when I say. A lot of people give me shit when I say like MHX. I don't consider like an actual like Artoria because it's not King of Britain Artoria. It's.
I mean it. Well, it's an interesting line to draw because no, she's totally. The whole joke is that she's Artoria pretending not to be Artoria. And
but she's like
has
from
this
space
nonsense stuff like, from being from the servant dimension or whatever.
Yeah,
but
so
she's
when
totally
I say,
just the Artoria character.
Yeah, so like I want like when I say I want Assassin Artoria, I want like a Camelot Artoria who's an assassin. Someone who's like involved in like the round table. And
the question is,
shit.
I don't know if they'll go that far because they totally have a very good joke that MHX is just Artoria.
Because, like, as I said, like, everyone knows, like, King Arthur had the dagger, made them fucking invisible, that's great assassin
Yeah,
weapon.
No, they haven't done that yet.
They haven't done that. Like, because MHX has fucking both Excalibur and fucking, Dark Excalibur. What the fuck is even that called?
Excalibur
Morgan. So it's like, yeah, she's too much of a, like, I like MHX. I like MHX and Amazon, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't, like I said, she is a joke/event character. It's like something you see like in the Summer Servants. It's not something you would like, it's not like something for like serious story business. That's what I want for like Camelot 2, Lost Belt Boogaloo, is serious business.
Who knows?
Yeah,
also,
so who knows?
The other thing is about the Lost Belts is that they've, so far the Lost Belts have been pretty good about reintroducing characters who were used in Part 1, but that people thought were not used well. Billy was in Lost Belt 1, and some other people were. There were a couple characters in Lost Belt 2 that I don't remember which ones they were. I mean, Bryn was in it, so that was interesting to actually see her in a plot element. But there were a couple of things. And then Lost Belt 3 obviously was like, oh hey, here's Spartacus and Jinkei. Once again, in the same story together, but making more sense. And being better characters. And they continue their subtle Jinkei nonce. She's an FGO original, You never know. There might be... Watch the fuck out for Summer Jinkei this year. Just in case. She got a CE. Who knows?
Oh, man. Actually, Megan, we've been faffing pretty good. What's our time at?
47 minutes.
Alright, we're not doing too bad here.
No, we managed to completely stretch out the news way longer than it needed to be.
Booyah! We're good at this.
We are good at this. I don't know, Voice. I don't know. But she's also an FGO original. They love those. I'm personally like, oh shit, Summer Hokusai, and she's in the fucking story. Yeah, wow, everybody, warning. Anyway, now everybody's muttering about Lost Belt 4. I will leave them to their mindless speculation.
Speaking of Lost Belt 4, we ever get Ravana as a servant. Ravana, I think, is more of an...
Before you say anything, remember that Rama is technically a god and an incarnation of Indra? I don't know. Whatever. The mythology is weird. A lot of people have wondered about Ravana and some other characters. I don't know. Here's the thing. FGO has been insufficiently subtle. with its reveals. So I'm pretty sure most of the characters are who people think the characters are. Like, Napoleon wasn't that hard to figure out. Everybody was like, it's a 50-50 split if it's actually Napoleon or if it's somebody else from that era, like Admiral Horatio or something, because of the design of the costume and the giant gun. And how they executed on Napoleon was kind of different than what people expected, but people were still in the right ballpark. I think people are in a sufficient ballpark that the Lost Belt Berserker character design is whoever the flip people have said it is. It's some Indian character who, like, is almost on par with Gilgamesh in terms of, I own everything cool, and I'm good at it. And also, another important to remember, because this has confused the fuck out of some people, when we say, like, Lost Belt blah blah blah, we are also not technically referring to Cryptor Servants. That was in a separate preview. We're talking about all the TV spots that, like, did the whole intro and the card flip and stuff, which we've talked about before on the show, about a year ago, actually, when they started coming out.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
it
can go
was
back
in
and
January.
look at those episodes.
Yeah, it was January.
January, February, right? It was because it was all before Lost Belt 1 released. So, we're talking about those 8 servants they revealed are the quote-unquote Lost Belts, because they're all in the key visuals. So, yeah, Canis is Lost Belt Lancer, and it's also one of an enemy servants, but that guy cheats and he has like 3. Fucker. It's gonna be real embarrassing for him when we beat him up 5th and not last. Nerd.
So weird.
Cut your hair. But those are separate, like, because Zhang Yu is not Lost Belt Berserker. He is Hinako's servant Berserker, but he was totally previewed in her in the, like, one of the TV previews or trailers or something, but it was not necessarily, you know, a given, right? Like, that's not necessarily the character who was. But Lost Belt Saber was that guy also who showed up, and he's permanent. I don't know. Lost Belt Scotty makes me worry.
Nah.
Also, Sigurd makes me worry.
But, no.
Basically, Lost Belt 2 scares the shit out of me for Canis, because it's full of key visual and enemy characters who are limited servants for no goddamn reason. Well, I guess Hawk Scotty makes sense because now they've built a theme. Every Lost Belt King is limited. We've had Ivan, Scotty, and who, by the way, there's not actually a D in that. There's another weird symbol that's like a TH, but nobody will ever fucking remember that, because why do we insist on writing these names transcribing these names in English with these characters that are not native to it? I don't know. It's like the Chinese thing about why do we bother to transliterate them into English characters with a way that's not the normal English pronunciation? I actually don't understand. If somebody's a linguistic expert, explain to me why we do that, because we're going to the trouble of translating the characters into a different language set. Why are we making it more confusing? I don't know. I don't
work good to begin with, alright?
Yeah. Why do you make it harder? Like, Skahawk is pronounced weird, but you can at least say that that's a linguistic twist. It's still all written in normal English characters, just not normally how we string those together.
Yeah.
But also, Emperor Mothman was limited too. So, like, all the Lost Belt Kings were limited, so whatever the flip is going on in 4, 5, 6, and 7, because there's 7 of them. There's going to be 4 of those chapters this year, everybody, unless they find a way to stretch it out to 3 years.
Let's not.
2 story a year would kind of suck. On the other hand, now we're in a part 1 situation where you know that we're immediately going to leap from Lost Belt 7 to whatever the fuck the finale is.
Ooh, that's going to be real.
So that'll be fun for all you JP players at the end of the year. But yeah, so all those characters are probably limited, but like I said, I'm concerned because so far enemy servants have been permanent, except for Sigurd, but hopefully that's just because he's a saber and Delightworks hates us. I mean, Zero, it could be that Lost Belt 7 is the finale, but that's still a physical place, right? Like, I feel like that won't necessarily finish the job.
We gotta break time and space.
We still have to, well, first of all, Nasu has to kill all of us or whatever the fuck he wants to do at the end of the writing. But there's also the actual problem going on with, like, the alien god and the space trees and stuff, which I don't know if actually crashing the Lost Belts will solve. So I guess that character could show up in 7, but I feel like they won't, and we'll have to do the Solomon thing again, and we'll have to go someplace else and, like, actually punch him in the dick or whatever.
Actually, when was the last raid event for JP? Like, honest to goodness, raid. Was that the Apocrypha event?
It was Apocrypha. Were there... Yeah, I was about to say, were there
Oniland was a raid?
I don't think there's any rerun for raids built up.
Yeah, like they haven't been doing a lot of raids recently, so I kind of feel like they will do like what they did with fucking Solomon, and it's like, all right, guess what? Now you're gonna have to like revisit these like lost belts, quote unquote.
You got to beat up all those dumb
raids.
trees again, the space trees, which are weird.
They're gonna be space trees because guess what? Whatever happened to the big bad, like he decided he was defeated, but he decided to come back at the end. He was like, "Behold, you thought you had defeated me."
That the actual big bad is like I said, like there's an alien space god who's running this shit that is separate from the cryptors. It basically, to put it in a one context, it basically hired the cryptors to actually fuck our shit up and create lost belts. But it's still out there, so just closing the lost belts won't necessarily actually beat that thing. It still landed on Earth and like defeated all of humanity in 3 days or whatever the fuck. Whatever happened while we were off with our dicks in our hands in Chaldea while we weren't looking. I don't know. We will unironically get more of this info in English later this year because we'll play the Lost Belt prologue. Yeah, Voice has it right. We're just killing the trees that are basically allowing the Lost Belts to persist and spread. We're not necessarily actually attacking the source of the trees or the cryptors or any of this stuff. So, like I said, we'll have to punch that guy in a face. And if they don't show up physically in a Lost Belt, that means we'll have to go to an 8th location and punch them in a face.
As long as Mash doesn't die again. I couldn't handle that twice.
Mash needs to get upgraded first.
Yeah.
Right now she's been downgraded. She needs to be upgraded again. They're just also can we get Bond 10 Mash with a Bond CE? That's really cool. It's kind of annoying now, even with all of Observer on Timeless Temple, but all of Part 1 beaten, that I still have to look at my Bond list and go, all right, Mash, you're maxed out, but you're still only 5. You're 5 of 5. Where are your other 10 Bond levels? You're sticking out.
They're gonna do like, as I said, fucking, Nasu is writing this, so, guess what, at the end, it's gonna be some Undertale fucking shit, and it's suddenly gonna be, she suddenly goes to Bond 10, and for some other reason you can fly into fucking space and fight. You and Mash alone against the giant alien space god.
We're gonna do a genre change, we're gonna become a shmup.
Yep. Didn't they do that for, like, the fucking April's Fool?
Yeah, something like that, like, actually, this is coming up for us. There's going to be a separate app download, which is basically FGO Go, which is Pokemon Go, but FGO, where you wander around your house and catch servants in AR. And that's how you get their, April Fool's Arts. So that'll be fun. Look out for that, guys. Fate Go.
Yeah, so that reminds me, I have to find Run Lancer Run again. That was actually a pretty fucking fun game. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, they've done another dumb game for Heaven's Feel 2. Also, yes, another person has mentioned in chat. Here's another fun fact. Supposedly, the credited rumor going around at WinterFes, like, they haven't officially announced it, but people going to the event have said that it's a thing, is supposedly Valentine's lines will now be fully voiced, which may or may not involve a huge update to the game. So, that'll be fun.
Yeah, because remember, Prisma Illya at the collab ends February 6th. So that's like literally prime time to go straight into whatever fucking
6.
Valentine's.
Yeah, then there's like 2 weeks in the middle of the month left, so that'll be Valentine's. Whether it's we just do the Semiramis Chocolate Gardens event again or what, we'll see.
It's like, I don't know, like Valentine's has been kind of weird because like the first 2 years it was just like, all right, here's the thing. Okay, now we're gonna do it again. Now we're just gonna add MHX alter.
Yeah,
we
now in the second year the event is literally the same, but they changed the banner and they expanded the store.
Yeah. So, who knows? Who the fuck knows?
We'll see. We'll see what they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be a new summon at least, in addition to probably a Semiramis raid up again. Not that she, was hurting for raid ups necessarily, because she got like 2 really close together. But she's probably coming back, and then they're going to do a new one, which is going to make everybody cry. At least you know for sure it's not Muramasa.
People are so angry.
People are a little annoyed. That said, some people have dumb logic for it. Like I didn't call this person out, but I saw it as like a highly rated comment on the subreddit, which was like, yeah, it's not like the New Year's servants have always been brand new characters or anything. I'm like, no, you're fucking wrong. The first year was, like, Arjuna was new, but it was a double introduction with Karna, and both of those would become future limited. Now, yes, you can say first year of FGO was weird, but It's not like they 100% had a pattern locked in, okay? Like, it's... Anyway, he's the new meme. He's the servant everybody wants before it was a Resh Kigal, and everybody also guessed, are you guys crazy? It's clearly Semiramis, and then it was Semiramis, so, like, yeah, he's, I think, the only one of those, like, characters who we know is out there and exists, and we want him.
Guess what? Watch, he comes out fucking White Day. Oh yeah, like, it's just this fucking guy, Seiko Farado said. Because Proto-Arthur was a White Day servant. Mm-hmm. Muramasa, I think, would make actually a great White Day servant. I think it makes perfect sense.
It would make a lot of people happy.
It would.
Especially considering that, once again, White Day's a 100% Japanese thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think I'm dead certain we've talked about on the show before what White Day is. And we are probably, we're over an hour. We don't need to necessarily faff about that.
Alright. We'll talk about it when White Day comes around again. Booyah.
Yeah.
So let's get into Child Day of Free Talk and our Moon Goddess rerun thoughts.
So here's a question. We didn't write anything down under this. I'm pretty sure that this block of brackets has been there at least a couple days. At least 24, if not 48 hours. Maybe longer. Do we actually have any rerun thoughts?
It's a rerun, and like my thoughts with this rerun is...
It's a very gentle rerun, too.
Yeah.
Because guess what? This was one of Babby's first events. It was. Somebody just said it's stupid easy. Yeah, totally. Hey, guess what? There are a lot of freaking sabers in these nodes. I have a level 90 Ishtar now.
Yeah.
So, and I have Waver. So, just herpaderp, charged 100%. Everybody explodes, you're done.
Yeah, like, I'm good. Like, I need this break because, as I said, we're still fucking post-Solomon. Everyone is, like, hurting from fucking whatever fucking banner. We still got banners coming up. I mean, MXX Altar is coming up in a couple weeks. It's like, oh god, I need space. Yep. I need to slow down.
For me, it's a terrible pain. We should be expecting whatever our version of 8 million downloads is with DaVinci ReRun. She's gonna get a banner. So I've been holding on to some of them summon tickets. Mm-hmm. Hey, it could be worse, Axe. You could have had the original version of the event where the best Dango to AP ratio was to play the 5 AP over and over again. I mean, I'm not sad that I had Blue Saber gems for almost literally a year, but it was a little soul sucking. This one doesn't suck your soul nearly as much.
Yeah, no, like I remember when I first did the fucking Moon Festival, I got like one copy of the CD and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Hey, same. Just because it sucked our soul so much. And in fact, this is on audio somewhere. We were recording shows when this event happened, because obviously we've been recording shows since the game started. So, you can find that episode. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know which number it is, but it's out there. And you can probably hear us have this conversation about how, gosh, this is a little soul-sucking, isn't it, Lucky?
Oh, yeah. Because it was like Moon Festival and NeroFest, I was like, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, because it was early game.
But you know what? I still enjoy going back. Like, I know that like the event logs, keep all the fucking, stories and stuff. You can see them, whatever. But I still find it's good that it comes and refreshes me of these fucking jokes.
Humor is
Legend of Samurai, Thou art a dragon, Martha like flying off, spinning on Tarask,
laughing like a Power Rangers villain. By the way, I covered my mouth. You couldn't see it, but I did the whole thing. And
so it's like it's still fun. Like
we talked about how adorable Altera is. This is the first appearance of comedic soft Altera in FGO, which is good because that's why we love Altera, because that's how she is that's how Titan Altera is anyway in Extella. So
it's the really gap.
Adorable. It's really adorable to see her do that. Munch munch. Are dumplings good civilization or bad civilization? So yeah, it's great. Like, also, there's one bullet point I think we should address, because we kind of talked around it earlier, but you said that it's post-Solomon. Everybody had that emotional gut check when you started the event, right? Because the first person who speaks in the event intro is the Doctor. Yeah, Devilish Leader is right. Lucky right now is Big Mood. Because like I said, Dr. Roman is the literal first person to appear in the event, and he's just so happy. Oh my god. Listen, I spent over 100k friend points to get one copy of last year's New Year's CE that had the Doctor in it. Life hurts sometimes. But yeah, so that's something everybody can commiserate on.
Oh my god. It does hurt.
Somebody made a comparison to Metal Gear Solid 5 with, like, big... they transposed Roman's lines in transparency over Big Boss putting the ash on his face.
Oh, yeah. Did I retweet that? I'm pretty sure I retweeted that.
You probably did. I probably retweeted it just because, hey, that's the feel. Everybody, woo-ha internally.
Oh, here we go. I did retweet it. Here we go. I will share it for everybody. Oh,
yeah. You feel it too, don't you?
But yeah, so as I said, Moon Goddess, it's the break I need. As I said, I'm trying to save up quartz. I'm actually,
especially considering that in terms of difficulty, all for revenge. Next week, speaking of revenge, we got to do Prison Tower rerun again, which I'm pretty sure those daily quests are not going to necessarily be cakewalks the second time. You still got to put in the effort, and I got to remember what all my bullshit gimmicks are. But hey, if you want to remember what the bullshit gimmicks are, you can actually go back and listen to the old show, because we ran through the whole thing sometime last year when we talked about Prison Tower.
Yeah, people are talking about how they hope Dantes comes home this time.
There's an added challenge quest, which we'll probably talk about when it comes out. Though we don't have to worry about it right away, because I'm sure I'm assuming it's timed, like everything else in Prison Tower, so it's not available until the end. But there's a new extra level, because this is something they start doing in JP, is they start adding finale challenge quests to reruns, because they're like, you can breeze through the whole event, so we're going to add an extra quest, which is super hard.
Damn it!
Actually, you know what? Now that I realize it, I should not, because for a long time, my very final team was called Revengeance. So, I probably should not have unfucked that team to just be Misc event stuff, but it's so easy to scroll. I'll bring it back. I'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. I think, did I record those? I might have recorded them on the channel. I recorded some of them, maybe? I don't know. Recording got to be a problem as my phone slowly got crappier, so I'm sure we'll bring FGO gameplay back, but those videos are always so hit or miss for us.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not sure what people really want out of them. Some people want to see us talk about see us doing tactical shit in game, but at the same time, it's
Actually, this is something that Voice actually brought up to us earlier, is, he says that we're, the only, YouTubers that he knows that are, super invested in, the story and writing, and not all about, the tactics and the meta and the gameplay.
Yeah,
we're kind of jack of all trades.
We do talk about that, but even if you look at, Wanted, which is our a big extra video series, we started because the fans were like, hey, we want you guys to talk more about servants. And I was like, okay, I can turn that into a gimmick. Which I did.
Yeah.
And then we further gimmicked it with that one special one like he did for Tombo, which was great. That is still very popular. But even then, I deliberately split it to be like, hey, here's a real-life history lesson, here's a Fate history lesson, and here's actually, a mechanical, hey, here's how you use that unit. And now I did that because I was thinking about, why do people roll servants? So I was like, alright, I'll cover all the sectors. You might want to roll this character because you really like their character. You might want to roll this character because they're going to be really interesting to the story, either now or later, and, you might want that. Or maybe you just roll them because they fill a mechanical niche that you don't have.
Actually, I don't even know how to fucking use Mystery Hero's X-Alter. I just want her because she has glasses and a scarf and is cute. God damn it.
Listen, Lucky, you don't need to think too hard. She's a berserker. I'm pretty sure her Noble Phantasm is single target. You'll do fine. You know what you're doing.
I'm gonna rub some berserker on it.
We're all about simplicity here. Anyway, yeah, so, I think that Voice is right. I see lots of people do servant guides, lots of people do event guides. Those are almost entirely, here's what you need to know about this event before you go in. And we do that. We do our pregames. Almost every time there's a new event, we do a pregame. We try to do it in enough lead time that the event doesn't actually start before it comes out. But we also do first thoughts, first impressions, second impressions. We do postmortems on the events, and we talk about stuff we like in the story. A lot. And Lucky cries. A lot. I took a break to drink my water. I was wondering if Lucky would say something snarky there, but he didn't.
No. I was taking a drink.
Shit. We need to time that better. We both took a drink at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. If we did that on camera, I think that'd have been amazing.
Yeah.
No words. No signals. Just both take a drink.
Just silently drink. Sip.
So, real quick, let's talk FGO polling. has anyone ever got an unregistered spirit origin, or also known as a blank saint graph? Has anyone ever gotten enough to redeem a 5-star? Like, how many rare prisms do you guys have? Like, let us know this, because, as usual, as I like to tell people, the blank saint graphs and the unspecified origins are fucking make no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, rare prisms, I think, are severely underutilized in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we want to know, like, actually, like, I want to actually, like, we want to get some metrics, some data of, like, how much, like, of this, because I know for a fact that the Lightworks is tracking this fucking data. They track a fuck ton of data. Actually, speaking of this, we forgot to mention this, but during the stream, they said in JP they're doing another user survey.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a user survey where you can get 4 tickets.
Yeah. So, you know, so they're definitely collecting that data. And stuff. Everyone in JP, tell them you want to be able to buy blank saint graphs. Tell them that. Let them know. Improve the safety net. Because, like, as I said, like, people, like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I whaled for a while, so I got, like, 20-something rare prisms right now. I can't do dick with them. Like, I can buy crystallized lures, which I have, like, I already have a good stockpile of. I can buy friend points, which I still have, like, over 500k of. I can buy CEs that I really don't need or want. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's a little eh. And
yeah, so I
want to
know,
they're
like,
gonna bring the bond thing. Look, he's not gonna care about gold foes. Everybody makes a big deal out of gold foes, but which are rare, but also honestly, at the same time, it's like a lot of servants you have cruise control at base stats. So, also no, Lucky shouldn't need to unlock any trial quests. He's been playing this game since launch. Oh god, that would be... Oh, I don't know if that would be worth it, though, because you need so many fucking mats. Omega Altar in chat just suggested bringing material, like, grab bags, like they do sometimes in the Mana Prism shop to the RP shop, but I just thought to myself, ooh, is that worth the exchange, though? Because, fuck, you need so many mats sometimes.
Well, like, it depends on how many mats would be in the fucking bag and what, like, spread of mats they have.
Yeah.
Like, right now, it's like, again, what are you going to spend your rare prisms on?
Sure, but that's like the way we say it is we think, and a lot of people agree with us, that the rare prism economy is not bad, and some people poo-poo our ideas with anecdotal evidence, which is unsupported because they have no sources and might not be a significant sample size. So we're polling. Let us know. In chat, a lot of people said a lot of people seem to have between like 5 and 10-ish rare prisms. And Lucky, like you said, you spent a lot of money and you've got about 20. I had literally 1, which is a legit rare prism now, retroactively, because I have NP5 Cetheno and I have rolled 6 Cethenos. Some people have no rare prisms. And I'm not entirely free to play anymore either. I probably... I mean, if you want to add GSSRs, I've definitely spent a couple $100 all told in this game.
Yeah, I spent like $3,000.
Yeah, I'm still a tiny dolphin. A little, whatever you call a baby dolphin. I'm sure there's some adorable name for it.
What is a baby dolphin called? Fuck, now I gotta know. Excuse me, I gotta go Google.
Animal facts. Oh my god. Is this what Killing Bites is? Quick, somebody get Emiya on the phone so he can tell us animal facts. In case you didn't know that. That was actually true.
Oh, infant dolphin is called... Oh, that's right. Infant dolphin is called a calf.
Oh, okay. I'm a little dolphin calf.
You know.
But yeah, the Killing Bites anime, they had all the animal facts every episode, narrated in an ultra-dramatic fashion by the same voice actor as Emiya. It's great. You should...
Archer Emiya, by the way.
Yeah,
not...
Archer. Not Shiro. All caps Emiya. But if I just said Archer, people might get confused, because that's not very descriptive anymore.
No, it's not.
But yeah, so, like, let us know your thoughts. I know there was at least one person who we were talking about at first remarked that he did actually have a blank Saint Griff. So, but yeah, just more people. Let us know what your rare prism, your unregistered spirit origin situation is. If you are one of those people who has been lucky, or probably unlucky considering the amount of money you probably had to spend to actually redeem a 5-star and you are in our audience, let us know. Just because we want to know how you did that and how that felt, and, you know, like, just gather this intel. Because I feel like with this survey coming up, safety net and old welfares is going to be the primary thing people are going to be asking for.
Yeah.
In
like,
Japan.
I have, like, fucking... I guess, like I spent, like, $3,000, and I'm not, like, I'm halfway to maybe getting one, because I have MP3 Artoria, MP3 Drake, and MP3 Waiver.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucking amazing in its own right, but still, I'm just like, huh.
I mean, I guess I'm probably gonna roll on rate-ups where Tama Lancer will exist, because I want to roll Rider Mordred. So theoretically, I could get 3 more copies of her, and then that's an extra SSR I don't need, because I do have an NP3 Tama Lancer. But that's a rather limited and seasonal servant that I'm not necessarily planning on rolling any more copies of. I just accept that I can. Yeah, also, it's Omega Alter has it right. You do, in fact, just at least one of them, you just receive an extra. You just receive it in your mail, basically, automatically when you get him. And it's not, like, impressive or anything. So yeah, we'll talk about that. Real quick, since we have made this last, well over an hour and 15 minutes. Lucky, why don't you go ahead and talk about the Heaven's Feel thing more?
All right, we've definitely got our Heaven's Feel North American premiere. They're having their first showing in Los Angeles on February 23rd. Tickets are already on sale. I think they went on sale.
By the way, that's the same day as the pre-event for the FGO USA Tour.
Yep. Oh, it's already sold out? Holy shit. I'm not surprised. But do not despair, because there's a nationwide release March 14th with tickets going on sale soon, I want to say. Like, I can't remember the exact date. It's like late January, February, somewhere in there. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the fucking crazy thing. This is a nationwide release. This isn't going to be, some small theaters that you might, have to drive, 4 hours to fucking get to. No, we're talking about, standard, movie theater that you can probably drop, maybe, 15 minutes from your house.
And it's an actual... I'm fairly certain, anyway, that because the movie has only just come out in Japan, I'm pretty sure this is a subbed release, right? This is the Japanese language release. This is basically like an artsy foreign film now.
No. So basically, I know Fathom Events and other fucking.
Oh my god,
they've already got a listing
in this one too. It really is an artsy foreign film. My god.
Let me see here. Oh, I did find out. General public ticket sales are on sale January 25th. So in 6 days. March 14th, subtitled, because I go through Fathom Events usually. And, people are, they're actually talking about this in the stream, fucking the guy who plays, Kadok was literally laying on the floor during the stream because he was like, oh my god, my fucking feels, I could not handle it. So,
hi, welcome to Heaven's Feel.
Yeah. I've watched it, 3 times so far, because I've been showing other people, I'm like, guys, you gotta watch this, and people are like, oh my god. So I'm gonna try and get more people to come with me, but yeah, I'm definitely going. If I have to, maybe make some people disappear or sell some organs, yeah, I'm going. I think I have a Fandango gift card. I wonder if I can use that. We'll see.
Who knows? All right. Anyway, let's not extend the show out any longer than we have to, because we've already extended it to an hour and 20 minutes. Though there were some pauses in there that we'll cut out.
Oh yeah.
We're basically just gonna wrap up. So Teaching Omega Sensei is solved. It's been voted on for the month. I just haven't written it yet. And what are the extra classes? Totally won. So we will talk about that sometime and break down for you what the heck is going on there, because some people are sometimes confused, and we will try and fix. That's really it. By the way, if you're interested in the next poll, because there's only a couple weeks left in the month, you can at any time decide to support us on Patreon at the $5 and up level, and then you can get a vote in the monthly topic poll.
Booyah!
And also, like I said, I think on a WhatsApp, we're getting closer to our total number of patrons that we might bring back our patron AMA project, which was a very early goal that I was like, that's not going to happen for a while, so I kind of shelved it. But, yeah. So, patrons can interact with us and stuff. Consider supporting us. Help Lucky buy better box springs and replace his figurines and go to movies that he will talk about.
I will talk about.
Fuck. I mean, whether that's a segment on the show or just, heck, we could probably do a standalone recording. We'll probably do, a movie review once Lucky goes see it. As usual, I'm probably not going to go see it in theaters, but that's just because my life. It's a ways to go to the theater, and I have to go with people, because I don't own a car, so that's not really going to fly. Anyway, I think that's about it. Lucky, I'm deeply satisfied with our ability to entirely extend this out for as long as we did. This episode, if we decided to, we could faff about for 10 more minutes, and we'd be longer than What's Up this week.
No, let's just have a short week.
I was about to say let's not do that for the sake of breaking a record, but we could do it.
Yeah.
We're letting everybody
Yeah,
know
good.
we could. We choose not to.
We could. We totally could.
In fact, we're well on our way to doing it right now. All right, let's go ahead and cut it short.
Yeah.
Next week, let's see. Moon Goddess ends in a few days. We'll either get like a day off where they will immediately jump into Prison Tower. I don't quite know what the timeline is, but look out for that. Like I said, I will do a Wanted Edmond Dantes, Count of Monte Cristo. I'll think of some cool speech or line to read in the intro like I did for Jolter, where I read Am's hate speech. Not hate speech all at one, but about hate. Yeah, people are saying it's immediate, so be warned, it should be literally right after. And so we'll probably talk about that on our next show. The Prisma rerun will start, so we'll probably talk about what Miyu actually does, because I don't think we mentioned that, but on the stream they played a little cagey. Like, they didn't even show the end of her NP animation, so we don't know exactly what it does or anything. Those details are yet to come, so we'll talk about that and do that kind of analysis stuff. And we'll keep you posted about whatever. And continue to have light, happy, fun weeks.
Yay.
If you want to hear more from us, check out What's Up and stuff. We talk a lot.
Yeah, I gotta go figure out some fucking super glue here.
Alright, well, with that thought, let's go ahead and wind down the episode. Hey, everybody, if you like this episode, give it a like. If you have any comments, such as direct answers to the question we directly asked you, literally you, sitting there, listening to this on your computer, on your phone, whatever, on your PlayStation. I'm looking right at you. I'm pointing at you. You can't see me, but I'm pointing at you. Yes, you. Answer the questions we asked you in the comments. Those comment section down below. You can also respond to us on Discord. That link is in the description. We really like that. That's how people listen to us live this day, because Lucky decided to do it. I'm sorry, people, we didn't have more lead up, but we literally did it on a whim. I can't control him.
I don't care. I can handle your hate.
And then also, if you are new here and are not already, please consider subscribing. Best way to keep track of our new videos. Also, even if you're already subscribed, don't forget that bell for notifications, because you never know when we're going to switch the dates when we record shows. You, in fact, don't know that. And guess what? We don't know. So that's about it. Other than I should remind you, even though I did it like 5 minutes ago, also like it says at the front of the episode, you can consider supporting us with Patreon. Specifically, if you give us as little as $1 a month, you can get access to every episode early in audio format, downloadable, which is cool. It's a neat thing. Yeah, it's everything. Lucky, you got any final thoughts, words of wisdom, besides your incredibly depressing Super Glue comments?
Everyone, treasure what you have, because you never know when just a slight accident will rip everything from you.
Alright, and on that note, which is probably very relevant, everybody cries some more. The show's over. Go home, everybody.